Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle against Simon. He did appear in multi-battle number 73, but this is our first ever singles match. He is another tough opponent off of Discord, and as you can see, he has a very powerful looking team there, so it should definitely be another good one, and we're going to get right into it. So, looking at his team, I really wasn't sure what he was going to want to lead with, so he actually ends up leading with the Swampert, as I decided to lead with my Doublade Excalibur. So, unfortunately, I do have to switch out turn 1 here. This matchup is no good for me. I don't want to take an attack from this thing, so I'm going to come in with my Mantine, Ray Romano, as he does go for the Scald. Not going to do anything to me since I do have the Water Absorb ability. And this turn I am going to fire off a Scald of my own just to get some chip damage on this thing. It is going to take him down by about a third, which was not too bad. He is going to go for the Toxic in return though, and he does land that to badly poison me, which does suck. So he is going to regain some health from the leftovers there, as I am going to take some damage from the poison. So this turn, he is going to go for the switch. Probably nothing else he can do to me with the Swampert, so he's going to come in with the Empoleon, as I just go for another Scald, hoping he would stay in, so not going to do much of anything there. Luckily for me, though, I do get the burn, which was pretty nice, so he is going to regain some health from the leftovers, and I'm going to take some damage from the poison, and then he is going to take some damage from the burn. So this turn I am going to go for the switch. There's really not much else I can do to this thing with Mantine, so I'm going to come in with my Typhlosion, Mr. Volcano, knowing he is not going to go for the water attack. He actually does go for the Ice Beam, which is not going to do too much of anything to me there, as he does regain some more health with the leftovers and then take some more damage from the burn. So this turn I decide to go ahead and bust out the Z move on the Typhlosion, which is actually the Fighting Z move, which is of course going to be the all-out pummeling. So this is the reason why I switched in. I figured I could catch him off guard with this, which indeed I do. Coming off of Focus Blast, so it is very powerful. And sure enough, that is going to be enough to take out the Empoleon and drop him down to 5 Pokemon, which was great for me, obviously. So then he is going to come in with Chandelure, and that is going to force me to switch out. There's not much else I can do to this thing, so I'm going to come back in with my Mantine, as he actually makes a double switch here, predicting I would switch out. So he comes in with the Heracross, but I'm guessing he wasn't predicting my switch in with Mantine, because this is not too good of a matchup for him. So I do take damage from the poison, as the Flame Orb does burn him, leading me to believe he is a Guts set. So here he is going to double switch yet again. Doesn't want to take an attack from me, so he's going to come in with the Latias, as I do go for the Air Slash, which is going to take him down by about a quarter, which was not too bad, as I do take more damage from poison. So this turn he is just going to go for an Ice Beam. I'm guessing he was predicting a switch on my side, because that is not going to do much of anything to me. I am max special defense with an Assault Vest. I'm going to hit him with an Ice Beam in return, dropping him down to about a quarter health, which was nice, as I do take even more damage from the poison. So this turn he is going to go for another switch. Probably isn't confident that he could take me out in one more attack, so he's going to come back in with the Chandelure, as I do just go for an Ice Beam, hoping he would have stayed in and taken that chance with the Latias, but I actually end up getting the freeze on the Chandelure, which was pretty awesome for me, and then I am just going to barely survive the poison damage here with 11 health. So this turn I am going to go for the switch. I do want to kind of save my Mantine for Death Fodder later, so I'm going to come in with my Typhlosion yet again, and he does stay frozen this turn, so nothing he can do, which is nice. So this turn I am going to go for the Extra Sensory, just to get chip damage on this thing. That is going to knock him a little below half, and he does stay frozen yet again, which was awesome. So this turn I am going to go for another Extra Sensory, hoping to take him out here. Unfortunately, he does survive that in the red, but again, he is frozen, so again, nothing he can do there, so that was pretty awesome for me. That is going to let me go for one more Extra Sensory, which is going to be more than enough at this point to finish off the Chandelure and drop him down to 4 Pokemon. So then he is going to come in with the Pidgeot. And I am going to switch out here. I don't want to take an attack from this thing with Typhlosion, so I'm going to come back in with my Mantine as fodder, as he does go for the Mega Evolution into Mega Pidgeot. And he is just going to go for a Hurricane, and that is obviously going to be more than enough to finish off my Mantine, dropping me down to 5 Pokemon. But that is okay. I'm just going to go ahead and come in with my Snorlax, Kevin Owens, and that is going to force him to switch. He doesn't want to take an attack from this thing, so he is going to come back in with the Heracross as I just go for the Wild Charge here. So that is going to take him down by a little less than half, which was pretty good. I'm going to take some recoil damage from that and then regain some health with the Leftovers, as he is going to take some damage from the burn. So here I am going to go for the switch. I know he's going to outspeed me, and I don't want to get taken out with a fighting attack here, so I'm going to come in with my Doublade once again, but he makes a nice move, predicts that switch, and goes for the knockoff, which does take me down by a little over half and gets rid of my Eviolite, which is really unfortunate for me, as he does take more damage from the burn. So this turn he is going to go for the switch, not exactly sure why, but he is going to switch in with the Pidgeot, which ended up being a great play for him because I did go for the Shadow Sneak trying to get chip damage, so not going to do anything to him there. So this turn he is going to go for a workup actually to go ahead and get an attack and special attack increase, trying to set up on me, as I am going to go for a Rock Slide in return to get as much damage as possible. That does take him down to about a quarter health, which was pretty nice, but he does survive, and this turn he is going to go for a Roost, and that is going to go ahead and put him all the way back up to about 3/4 health, as I am going to go for another Rock Slide trying to get damage. That is only going to take him down to about half this turn, since he did lose the flying type momentarily from the Roost. So this turn he is going to go on the offense with a Hurricane, and since I did lose my Eviolite, that is going to be enough to take out my Doublade and drop me down to 4 Pokemon. So then I am going to come back in with Snorlax, and that is going to force him to switch once again, and he is going to switch back into his Swampert, probably predicting the electric move, but I did anticipate that switch and go for the Body Slam instead, which is going to knock him down to a little under half, but then he is going to regain some health with the Leftovers, and I am also going to regain the rest of my health with the Leftovers. So this turn I am going to go for the switch. I don't want to take an attack from this thing with Snorlax. I kind of want to keep it healthy for the Pidgeot, so I'm going to come in with my Typhlosion once again, as he does go for the Stealth Rock to get the entry hazard set up on my side of the field. Better late than never, I guess, as he does regain even more health with the Leftovers. So this turn I am just going to go for an extra sensory, trying to get some chip damage on him, hoping for a flinch. Unfortunately, I don't get it. That does leave him with about 1/3 of his health, and he is going to go for an Earthquake in return. And unfortunately, that is going to be enough to take out my Typhlosion and drop me down to 3 Pokemon, as he does regain even more health with the Leftovers. So then I am going to go ahead and come in with my Crocodile Jaws, and I am going to take some damage from the rocks. And here I am just going to go straight for the knockoff. I am Choice Scarfed, hoping to take him out, but unfortunately I get low-rolled here, and he actually does survive that just barely in the red, and fires off a Scald, which is going to knock me all the way down to the red with 3 HP, but I do survive. So that is going to let me go for one more knockoff this turn to finish off the Swampert, dropping him down to 3 Pokemon and activating my Moxie to give me an attack increase. So then he is going to come back in with the Latias, and unfortunately he actually turns out to be Choice Scarfed as well, and he does outspeed me, so he is going to go for the Ice Beam, and that is going to be more than enough to finish off my Crocodile, dropping me down to just 2 Pokemon. So then I am going to come back in with Snorlax and take some damage from the rocks. And he is just going to go for an Ice Beam here, since he is locked into it. Not going to do much of anything to me, since I am Thick Fat ability with max HP. So I am just going to go for a Body Slam, which is going to be more than enough to finish off the Latias, dropping him down to 2 Pokemon as well. And I am going to regain some more health with the Leftovers. So then he is going to come back in with Heracross, and unfortunately this is going to force me to switch. I do need to keep Snorlax healthy for the Pidgeot, so I have to switch in with my Vileplume Flower Power and take some damage from the rocks, hoping to take any attack he throws at me decently enough. He goes for the close combat, and despite the resistance, that does knock me down to about a third health, which was a lot more damage than I was hoping for. So I am going to regain some health with the Black Sludge as he takes damage from the burn, but there is no way I'm going to be able to survive another attack from this thing, unfortunately. He does go for a Facade, and that is going to be more than enough to take out my Vileplume, dropping me down to just one Pokemon, as he does take more damage from the burn. Not really going to matter, though, since my last Pokemon is Snorlax, so I'm going to come in with that, take more damage from the rocks, and he is definitely going to outspeed me here, go for the close combat, and that is definitely going to be enough to take out my Snorlax, and that is game. So, I did lose this one 2-0 against Simon, but that was a very competitive match, very close. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So, that's it, and we'll see you next time.